So today I'm gonna guide you through my favorite museum in Korea, and it's actually not a well-known museum, so I hope I can put some spotlight on it with this video. We were actually just wandering around with my friend in Seoul in Yongsan area, and we noticed this brick building which is not so common in Korea. So we were like, oh, what is this? And then we saw that there was a museum sign, so we were like, is it open? Can we just go? So we decided to go to see it for ourselves. And it was the best decision of our day because that museum is 10 for 10. When we walked inside, the workers there literally rushed to us and they were like, oh my god, where are you from? We're so glad you're here. Do you want us to guide you through the museum? We can tell you nice facts about it. And they started telling us when they opened the museum, what the museum was about, and like all the facts. Plus they were asking us questions like about our countries, how did we end up in Korea. So it was really nice and welcoming, to be honest. I don't think I had this treatment before in other museums because there are a lot of tourists everywhere, in Lium, in like the Hangul Museum, like the National Museum. So it was just so welcoming and it left us with such a nice idea of this place. So yeah, I will show you some footage from the museum and I will try to guide you through. So right where you enter the building, there's a huge window with stained glass on it, and they were explaining us how this is not so common in Korea and how pretty it is, how the sun shines through it during the day, and you can, like, the whole floor is filled with colors, and it was really pretty, I admit that. So yeah, they were really enthusiastic about this window. They preserved it from the 1920s. Overall, just the whole design of the building was so pretty. Actually, there are 2 floors, and there's an exhibition that's always changing, plus the one that's always there. And the one that's always there, there's like an interactive part for it where you can like tap on computers, do paintings, listen to music, so it's really fun.
DNA special exhibition on the Korean languages.
Oh, and I saw a bottle of lineage. I don't know how to say that, but I was like, what? I didn't even know that was such an old like company. Oh, Korean skincare actually goes back pretty far. Oh, and while we were walking through the museum, 2 random ajashis came to us and they started talking like, oh, where are you from? We're actually English teachers. And no, one was an English teacher and the other one was a doctor. And we were right at the place where there are some maps and flags. So I was like, oh, this is my country. I'm from Hungary. And he was like, oh, the Hungarian embassy. I know the Hungarian embassy. I live somewhere near that. And I was like, you know Hungary?
Where are you from?
This part of the exhibition was about like the history of music around the Yongsan area, and also like, as you know, Hype is also in Yongsan, so I was like, maybe it's connected. But yeah, I really loved this area. We could listen to old music and like the demonstration was so pretty. I want to see.
Wear the traditional.
And also this area, the Samgakji area, which is, I'm not even sure if it's part of Yongsan or is it next to Yongsan, but it's well known for its artistic studios and galleries, because actually the artists are working there and also making their own exhibitions there, so it's pretty cool. So of course we had to make our own paintings. They didn't turn out so well, but it was really fun. And it was kind of like a huge tablet where we tried to copy one of the famous or more famous paintings. Well, it doesn't look anything like the picture, but then we headed to the part where there was the changing exhibition, and it was about computers, like old computers, old PS games and stuff like that, like how phones developed. So it was also really interesting. Game start. No. Drama, no?
Yeah, but it's good.
I never watched it, but people told me it's really good. Expensive. Oh, here comes the part that actually surprised me. This place was originally a railroad hospital. So there's a part that's kept intact, and it looks so crazy because like the walls are pink and green, but you know it's a hospital. So I'm like, and I think one of the rooms was actually like a surgical room. So I was like, whoa. And when you walk in there, you can like feel the vibes are so different. Like, it's kind of like scary.
It smells things.
And then we got to the part which shocked me even more. Like, there was a piece of the railroad and they were like planning to build a whole road from Yongsan to London. London. Like, can you imagine? That's a huge railroad. What's even more crazy is the fact that it almost happened. But we all know the reason why it didn't happen, I guess.
는 유라시아의 대초원을 지나 이제 유럽으로 향합니다. 모스크바에 도착하고 있습니다.
Well, now you...
And then there was this part where they depicted how Korea looked in the ancient times and how they used to live. And there was this place which was like an icy room. You walked in, the air was already cold, and then there were these little cubes which were ice cubes. And when you sat down on those ice cubes, they were freezing cold. We were trying to figure out what was happening there because there was no English explanation, or there was something but really minimal, so we didn't get it. Like, why was this happening? Because they were cutting out like ice cubes from the river and then they were carrying it from one place to another. So if anybody knows why were they doing this, I'm really curious. This is us freezing in Korea. Then in the last part of the exhibition, there were some pictures from the 60s, 80s, how the place looked like. The vibes are actually pretty similar, but yeah, it was cool to see how it looked like a few years ago. I mean, quite a lot of years ago. Well, we reached the end of the exhibition. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you get a chance and you visit Seoul, you must go to Yongsan and you must go to this museum because everybody deserves to know it and it's actually free. So yeah, I hope you liked it. See you next time.